Hello students, today in this video lecture I will discuss about normal distribution, and here I will cover definition, statement of derivation, properties and examples. Now let us see the definition. A continuous random variable x is said to follow normal distribution if its probability density function is given by f of x is equal to 1 by sigma root over twice pi into e to the power minus half x minus mu by sigma whole square. Here the range of the variable x from minus infinity to plus infinity, mu from minus infinity to plus infinity, and sigma greater than 0. Here mu represents mean of the distribution, sigma represents standard deviation of the distribution, and mu sigma, these are called parameters of the distribution. I want to make a point clear here. Continuous random variable meaning is a random variable which can assume each and every value within some interval. Here if x follows a normal distribution with mean mu and standard deviation sigma, then it is usually denoted by this symbol x. This symbol stands for follows. Capital N stands for normal distribution. The first coordinate represents the mean of the distribution and second coordinate represents standard deviation of the distribution. Now let us define standard normal variate. If x follows normal distribution with mean mu standard deviation sigma, then z is equal to x minus mu by sigma is called the standard normal variate, and this definition will require to solve problems of normal distribution. Statement of derivation. Normal distribution can be derived as a limiting form of the binomial distribution under the following conditions. Number 1, n the number of independent Bernoulli trials is very large, that is n tends to infinity. Number 2, neither p the probability of success in each trial nor q the probability of failure in each trial, which can be evaluated by 1 minus p, is very small. Students, if you want to know about binomial distribution, you can click the link given in the description section of this video. Now let us see the properties of normal distribution. If x follows normal distribution with mean mu standard deviation sigma, then it has these properties. Number 1, it is a continuous probability distribution having two parameters mu and sigma. Number 2, the normal curve is bell-shaped and perfectly symmetrical about the line x is equal to mu and extending on both sides of x equal mu indefinitely. You can see the figure. This is the figure of normal curve. Curve symmetric about mu. So the left area from minus infinity to mu, this part is equal to this right part from mu to infinity. Number 3, mean median mode coincide and is equal to the mu. Number 4, the total area under the normal curve above the x-axis is 1, that is minus infinity to infinity fx dx is equal to 1, or in terms of probability of x between minus infinity to infinity is 1. Here fx represents the probability density function of x. In this figure, this total area under this curve above the x-axis, that means minus infinity to infinity, fx dx is 1. And as the curve is symmetric about this mu, so the left area from minus infinity to mu is equal to mu to infinity, this area, and the value is 0.5. Now let's take this example. If x follows normal distribution with 66 mean, standard deviation 5, then to find number 1, probability of x between 65 and 70, number 2, probability of x greater than equal 72, and number 3, probability of x less than 62. To solve problems of normal distribution, we have to take help of this standard normal table. You can see here this column represent the value of z, and all these values represent the area values of the range 0 to z. In terms of probability, 0 to z means 0 to this z. As we have to find this kind of value only, probability, using this table, so in solving problems of normal distribution, we have to convert the variable x to standard normal variable z using the formula x minus mu by sigma. Here you can see the mean 66, standard deviation 5. So to use the table, we have to first consider the standard normal variate z is equal to x minus mu by sigma. So it is x minus 66 by 5. So we'll use this value for all these three parts of the problem. This is equal to, using the standard normal variate, 65 minus 66 by 5 less than x minus 66 by 5 less than 70 minus 66 by 5. Simplifying this, we will get minus 0.2, this is z, this is 0.8. Now you can draw roughly the figure to bring the 0 to z interval. Originally this point is the mean. When you convert to z, the middle point become 66. When you use in this formula 66 minus 66 giving 0, 0 by 5 0, so the middle point becomes 0. By now 0 is the middle point, this left hand is negative points lies left side of 0, so we can plot the negative point left side of 0. Right hand is the positive, so positive lie right side of 0, say here 0.8. Now probability from minus 0.2 to 0.8 means the area from minus 0.2 to 0.8. To bring the 0, we can write this area from minus 0.2 to 0.8 as minus 0.2 to 0 plus 0 to 0.8. Now to use the table, we need 0 to z, means 0 up to a positive value. This second interval already right hand is the positive, but in the left hand you can see here this interval, it's a negative point, and 0 instead of the left we have 0 in the right. So here we can take help of the symmetricity. Using symmetricity, minus 0.2 to 0 area exact equal to 0 to 0.2, and this you keep as it is. Now we will see the table to find these values. Now from the table, here in the left interval, means first interval you have 0.2. So z 0.2, 0 decimal place, this value 0.0793. So this is the area of this probability, range from 0 to 0.2, that is 0.0793 from the table. Next interval, probability from 0 to 0.8. So search the 0.8 in the z column, 0.8, 0 decimal place, the value is 0.2881. 0.2881. So add these two values, you will get 0.3674. So this is the probability of the x lying between 65 and 70. Now let us look at the second part of the question. Probability of x greater than equal 72 is equal to, using the same standard normal variate, x minus 66 by 5 greater than equal 72 minus 66 by 5. So this is z, this is 1.2. Now roughly you draw the figure to get the range 0 to z. So this is z is equal to 0, 1.2 a positive real number, so it will lie right side of 0. This 1.2 greater than equal 1.2. So the area is this area we have to evaluate. But to evaluate this area, we have to take help of the standard normal table, area 0 to z type. So for this, you can see this area lying in the right area, right part of the normal curve, and we know right area value is 0.5. So using that right area, we can write this area in terms of 0 to z as 0.5 minus 0 to 1.2. That means this area is equal to right area minus this part, 0 to 1.2. Now let us look at the standard normal table. Here 0 to 1.2. So right end already in the positive form. Directly you can see the table. 1.2 here, 0 decimal place value is 0.3849. So the area value 0.3849. So giving 0.1151. Here you can see the range, it was here greater than equal, but I am just taking open interval because in the continuous case, continuous random variable case, whether the interval closed, open, closed, closed open or open, these are all equal. Now let us look at the third part of the question. To find probability of x less than 62. Again using the standard normal variate, we have this is equal to x minus 66 by 5 less than 62 minus 66 by 5. So this is equal to probability of z less than minus 0.8. Again we'll roughly draw the normal curve. So this point z is equal to 0, it's negative, so lying left side of 0. Z less than minus 0.8 means we need to find this area. It's lying in the left side. So to bring the 0 to z, what we can do? We can subtract this part from the total left side. That is 0.5 minus this area starting is minus 0.8. So minus 0.8 up to 0. And by symmetricity, this area we can write 0 to 0.8. Now we will take help of the normal table. So to find probability from 0 to 0.8, 0.8 here, 0 decimal place, so probability or area value is 0.2881. So using that 0.2881, simplifying this, we will get 0.2119. So this is the value of the probability range from x when x less than 62.